Hey guys, welcome to Nerdarchy for Nerds by Nerds. I'm Ted, hanging out with
Ryan.
And I'm Dave.
And we have a player suggestion from Bob Barra. He wants to know in D&D, helpless victims, what happens, can I just slit their throat? Does it instantly go to death save? Do I roll damage, sneak attack? How's this all?
Throat slitting, how does it work?
If you guys have your GM 911s you want to send us, you can go to nerdarchy@gmail.com or go over to Nerdarchy, the forums on the website, and submit them there.
So we have a situation that they put forward, and they said, if I have a rogue sneak into a evil king's place and slit his throat,
While the evil king is nestling on an evil dire bear teddy bear.
Yeah, evil dire teddy bear. Because everybody needs to snuggle with one of those.
Yeah, for sure.
How does it work? And what happens if a rogue a non-rogue does it? Does it diminish sneak attack?
So, first of all, mechanically, the way it works is it's an automatic hit and it's an auto crit.
Right.
So, but then that brings up the problem of, well, he's got 50 hit points and you only did 49.
Right. Yeah.
So,
there's none of the real life dramatic thing of slitting a helpless person's throat. In movies all the time, somebody just gets cut, they're dying.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it. So I think as the GM, you have to determine whether you're going to let the NPC die or not. And the way you stop him from dying is you do not allow him to be attacked when he's sleeping and helpless. Other than that, I feel like...
Because he would have had maybe countermeasures, security, like an alarm spell on his door.
Something
going
on.
Precautions, yeah. But you allowed...
The animated dire teddy bear, the dire teddy bear is animated.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. So the point at which you allowed that player to get into the room of this helpless king, and the player... did good role playing or whatever to make this happen. You allowed that to happen. Allow the king to die. That basically is what's going to.
Yeah, and now they said, well, okay, now my players, they'll take this a step further. What about the guard that doesn't see me coming from behind?
Yeah,
not the same.
It's not the same because that guard is not helpless. He's unaware of you.
Right.
It's a completely different situation. Maybe he does it, but he's wearing a coif.
Yeah.
He's got a gorget. So they don't get the slit off. He's unaware. They get the drop on him, but he moves just at the last moment, and the blade shifts, and it doesn't create a mortal.
He's unaware, but he's not helpless.
Yes.
There's a difference between being bound, asleep, whatever, and being mobile and just not knowing that somebody's coming for you.
Even being bound and awake, unless you're being held down, you still have the ability to move.
If somebody's hogtied, I'm saying that they're helpless in my mind. Now, see, so the way, because I was thinking about this from a mechanics and a rules sort of thing. I'm not going to have, if somebody has somebody dead to rights, hogtied, what have you, they slit the throat, and the character that got their throat slit is bleeding out and dying.
Ryan, were you in the game with Steve ran so many years ago, and we did have
the wall of force, wall of fire, wall of ice?
No. Well, yeah, but the game where we did literally have someone hogtied, and we had to make attack rolls to hit him and roll damage. And
it was ridiculous.
It was just
17 rounds go by.
Exactly. Rounds literally go by, and it's just a butchery scene where we're just smacking him with weapons as he rolls around in a bloody mess.
Yeah, it's just absurd. Basically, use the death saving throw. All hit points go to 0, and start using the bleeding out, the dying mechanics.
Absolutely.
And death saving throw. So sure, if he rolls a 20, so somehow his blood clots in just the right way, that he manages to not bleed out and die. But otherwise,
he instinctively nestles with the teddy bear, and it acts as a
bandage.
Bandage, pretty much.
Yeah. Then you could start making death saves, where as GM you could just say, yeah, he's dead. He's truly and deeply dead.
So
he'll be back next session as a lich, though.
Yeah, or a revenant.
Yeah,
you could use the revenant template.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The things that are important to look at here is, number one, I agree. There's definitely a difference between helpless and unaware. And the other thing is, how important is the NPC? If it's something that's critical to the story, as you suggest, don't allow it to get into that situation where they're standing over a helpless victim. Allow something else to cause the person to come awake, to either have a chance to flee or summon help, whatever have you. If it's a meaningless NPC that you're trying to progress a story, just let them die.
Well, and also too though, by giving an NPC plot immunity, like immunity to all effects because of plot, you're fucking with the agency of the players.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? It's bullshit. Like if the players take the sort of all the steps and measures they possibly could to see an NPC murder because like the animosity is so deep, then let them figure out how to do it. And
Absolutely.
Do it. And even if he's the most essential thing to your plot, figure out how to get the plot back on track. somehow.
Right. If you're going to stop it, you need to stop it before the point where it doesn't make sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. You know, and that's what I was getting at. You can't.
Yeah.
Don't let them get to be over top of the helpless victim.
Yeah.
It's got to stop before then. How many times? Okay, you know, he climbed the walls. He snuck in. How many things can be an obstacle that can make a sound or, you know, set off some kind of ward? Oh, you know, whatever. Just.
It's fixable if you need to fix it.
Yeah.
And even going back to the example of the unaware guard, like if you want to let him murder the guard, then you can arbitrarily let him murder the guard. There's nothing in the rules that says you can't, but if you don't, again, that's not a helpless victim. They have to make the attack roll, and because in that instance too, like they're focused on stealth and sneaking up, that something can happen, like they could just trip at the last moment and botch the roll. Like they could roll a natural one and they slip and the blade is in the wrong position and cuts straight across sheer metal, which does nothing but goes, oh my god, I almost died. And then the guard's aware. Or you could go, this guard in this situation doesn't matter so much, so he's dead as long as they make the attack roll.
Yeah, if he's a red shirt, like he could be just a red shirt.
Yeah, so you as the GM could be like, all right, make the roll, you have advantage, and if they hit, then he's dead, or whatever, however you want to do it. But all I'm saying is, as the DM, you have the agency to go, now you take him out easily and kill him. He was actually sleeping at his post and you didn't even realize it or whatever. Yeah. So you can go the other way, but you as the GM always have the choice of doing it either way.
Right. So how do you handle this in your game? Put your thoughts, feelings down below. While you're at it, like, share, even subscribe.
You can follow us over on Twitter.
Hang out with us at nerdy.com.
So until next time, stay nerdy.